I am Micaya White, and I got
SLT Nation, welcome back to another episode of Sports Life Talk. This is the You Got Next series where we have dedicated every second of our time to go across this globe. Today we went international and find y'all great talent, great people, phenomenal stories that you may not have heard of yet. And today we're going to go for our first time to the Professional Volleyball League. But before we do that, let me introduce myself. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, straight from Louisiana, the Raging Cajun. You know how I do it, loud mouth. And I'm rocking along with my partner, KT, the head coach. How you doing today, KT?
Man, I've been working on my serve game all week to get ready for this one, B. So,
Hey, Kev, would it be fair to say, since we a tag team, would it be fair to say that we a Kerry Walsh and a Misty May trainer? Can we live up to those types of? Can we live up to those? I don't know, Kev.
Well, I would be Kerry Walsh since I'm taller than you, and you would be Miss May.
Hey, as long as we get that goal, brother, I am good to go. All right, and before we introduce our wonderful guest, somebody that she has been on our radar for years, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted you to do me a favor. Thank y'all for stopping by the channel, checking us out. If this is your first time, we salute you. We appreciate you. Remember, like, share, and we're going to do something that we always do. It's a tradition. On the count of three, hit that subscribe button. 1, 2, 3, boom. Now that we got that all taken care of, y'all see her. You don't believe it, but she is there. We got from Frisco, Texas, University of Texas alumni, and probably the baddest volleyball player on the planet. I'm telling y'all, don't let that smile fool you. We got Micaya White in the building. How are you today, Micaya?
I'm good. Glad to be here.
Oh, we glad you're here. So you literally in the last week you went from 12 hours south of Paris in France, and now you back in Texas. Where exactly are you, in Austin or are you in Frisco right now?
I'm in Frisco.
Okay, you're right down the street from me. I literally live. I could walk to Centennial right now. I can walk over to Centennial.
Wait, are you serious? Same.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. My daughter was supposed to go to Centennial. She went to Clark, and then they opened up Lebanon Trails, and so they gave her the choice. They said, "Do you want to go to LT or do you want to go to Centennial?" And my daughter, I'm a trailblazer, so she went to LT. But I told her to go to Centennial. I like that school.
Yeah, it's crazy how many high schools are built now. Like when I was here, it was like 6, and I thought that was a lot, and now it's, I think 10.
It's a ton.
10, yeah.
It's a ton. Well, listen, Micaya.
Before we go on, the way it's making it sound like, B. Jones, you need to treat somebody for lunch, right?
It sounds like I'm gonna owe Micaya a lunch, but I don't know, man. I don't want her to spike on me. I don't want to get spiked on. I don't want to.
I come from DeSoto, Texas to get a free lunch, man. You got to include me.
Man, you still owe me for a bet we had. You already know you still owe me, sir. All right. Well, Micaya, before we let you do all that talking and tell SLT Nation your story, we got to do the stuff that family members do, right? We got to get you inducted. We got to get you set up to where you earn those stripes. So I know you can earn stripes internationally, but you ain't earned these SLT stripes yet. So Kev, take her through the paces, man.
All right, so to initiate you into the SLT Nation and family, you got to give us your top 5 hip-hop artists.
Like Stallion, because I love her.
And you are savage. You are savage.
Like, yes, I just love her attitude and personality and everything. I like Lil Baby. Pop Smoke, rest in peace.
Ooh, Pop Smoke.
Yes, but he's actually really popular in France.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really popular in France. They all listened to him, and they were shocked that I knew who he was. I was like, you know, he's American, right? Okay, Drake. I feel like that's basic, but I do like the songs. Gunna. I like Gunna.
Gunna. We've never had anybody say Gunna, so that's the first of Gunna. I don't think nobody ever said Pop Smoke either. KT.
Yeah, I think that's a new.
Really?
Yeah, not in their top five. Not in their top five. We had some Pop Smoke discussions in which Kevin. I'm not gonna say what you said about Pop Smoke, sir. But
I don't recall anything what you're talking about.
SLT Nation, go back and look at the archives back in, I want to say, before COVID hit, when we were doing the show Out of the Chateau. Y'all know what show I'm talking about.
No, I said that he didn't remind me of 50 Cent because people were comparing him to 50 Cent. At least that's what I'm gonna say on this.
You know what? Y'all was about to say we'll save it for another show, but this is about Micaya. This is about Micaya, sir. All right, what else you got, KT?
So, what are some of your favorite sports teams?
Honestly, whatever team LeBron is on, that is my favorite sports team. So, yeah, that's kind of it, honestly.
You don't rock with the Cowboys, or the Mavericks, or the Rangers?
Nah. She'll rather root for the French rugby team before she root for them Cowboys.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's kind of tough there. Okay, so who is your favorite superhero and why?
Would be Batman, because he does stuff in the dark and in the night and just.
Hold on now, you may be telling your business about it. Yeah, you may be telling your stuff at dark and at night. I mean, hey, do you. Hey, he's also my favorite superhero of all time too. So
yeah,
you get bonus points with me. All right. So every good superhero should have their own theme music. So what would yours be?
This might sound a little crazy, but if I had to have a theme song, it would be Roman's Revenge by Nicki Minaj.
No, that's
I like that one. I think anything Nick, especially off that first CD, is going to be fire. That's going to be tough to outdo.
All right, so on behalf of the SLT Nation and family, we want to welcome you. So B Jones, do your thing, man.
Welcome to the family, Micaya. All right, so reading about you, I saw an interesting fact. Now, you got to help me understand this. I don't follow volleyball. I see volleyball probably during the Olympics and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So for somebody to accomplish over 1,000 kills and over 1,000 digs, I'm assuming the way that they were highlighting it, that's kind of all world, right? And you did that in your junior season. Am I correct?
Yes.
So now, how difficult is that to accomplish that feat?
You know, honestly, like when I saw that I achieved that, you don't even realize it. Like, because I'm just kind of doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And they told me, oh, you got 1,000 kills. Oh, you also got 1,000 digs. I was like, oh, wow. Okay. Like, I think I'm just kind of shocked. But yeah, if it's not a huge thing, because I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do.
That's how you're supposed to feel. Yeah. So listen, fellas and ladies, if you're watching this show, I could go on and I could probably name about 25 to 30 different accolades that Micaya has accomplished. We don't have enough time for me to go through. And I challenge you to go to her IG page. There's a video of her on her last night at I can't remember that. I think it's Shelley Stadium. I can't remember the name of the arena, but your family was there with you. You know, you can see your brother, your mom,
Gregory.
your dad.
Yes.
Okay. And the announcer goes through and he's naming everybody's accolades and what they've done. And this is her last night. She's got the roses. And you could tell there was a lot of emotions going through you when he did this call. I mean, he went on for probably about 3 minutes and told all your accolades. But at one point you were like, yes, I did it. And the next point you was like, oh, I'm a bad girl. Then the next moment you're like, oh, it's coming to an end. I can't believe you was crying and you were emotional. You took it all the way through the emotional spectrum. But all I can say is 4-time All-American, Big 12 champion. You are without a doubt one of the best volleyball players in the game right now. And the world's gonna hear from you very soon. So now you're from Frisco, Texas, right? Did you grow up in Frisco for the most part of your life?
Yeah, grew up probably since I was 4 or 5.
Did you always dream to go to University of Texas?
Honestly, no. I didn't play sports as a kid. I honestly just started playing sports when I was maybe 10. My whole family thought I was not athletic. I was not going to be in that athletic department. Um, so it was honestly a shock when I committed to Texas because my dad was shocked. He didn't even know I committed until after the fact. And he was like, I didn't know you were that good.
And the reference that your dad was a professional athlete himself.
Yeah, he played basketball.
So he's a former.
Yeah.
Who's her dad,
Yeah.
KT? You know her dad?
What's that?
I said, do you know who her dad is?
I just know he was drafted with the 8th pick in the '89 draft.
The 8th pick?
Yeah, the 8th pick in the '89. Now, B. Jones, I ain't that old, man. It was 89 drafts. I don't remember a lot of that. I like how you try to put me on the spot too.
Well, you were supposed to be our basketball guy, man. You're supposed to be our basketball guy. So now, were you a quiet child? Tell us a little bit about how your personality and your family dynamics growing up.
I act, I sing, I dance. Like, that was where I wanted to go in life. Like, my mom thought I was going to go to Juilliard, all that type of stuff. And then I just picked up a volleyball. I was like, actually, I think I want to try this. And my brother played basketball, and he was the athletic one of the family, and I was just kind of a chunky one who just liked to sing around the house. So yeah.
Now, what is your nickname? What did everybody call you growing up?
Big Head.
Big Head?
And that's not because you were like a hard-headed kid, right? They were just trying to...
I think it was a little bit of both. I really did have a big head.
What did they call you in France? Did they get scared when they saw you coming?
No. Honestly, their accents are so thick. I have no idea what they called me. I just kind of smiled when we made eye contact, but I have no nicknames over there.
You know the craziest thing, watching the highlights of you play, because you just look at you. You don't see that killer spirit. I mean, and then all of a sudden, it's like you start moving, and that ball goes up in the air. And I mean, it seems like you come 8 to 9 feet, like you could dunk a basketball. You'd be so high off the ground, and then the ball is moving. So I'm thinking, I would hate to be on the other side of that spike. And I mean, it's automatic. When you hit that thing, it's automatic.
Well, B. Jones, you're 6'1", right?
Yeah, 6'1".
So yeah, she's coming with the thunder. All right, so who was your favorite player growing up, and who do you model your game after?
Probably Destiny Hooker. I feel like she was just a huge volleyball icon at the time. Definitely when I was starting to learn the game of volleyball. And I feel like right now, honestly, I just love watching the game so much. I like watching every player, even girls who are younger than me, like watching our team this year who played in the national championship versus Kentucky. I watched our girls play, and I'm learning things from them. So like every team and every player around the world, I like to watch and idolize, because I feel like that helps me in my game. Because when I'm just static, then I'm not growing. So
hey, that's an everyday walks of life. So
all right, so what accomplishment are you most proud of?
Probably making it to the national championship my redshirt freshman year. Even though we lost, it was a tough loss. You don't realize how hard it is to get to that point. And when I got there, Texas has went to the national championship 5 times, I think, in a row. And it almost became a given that we were always going to go. And after that year and the years lead after that, not being able to go to one, I was like, wow, I really took that moment for granted, of thinking like, oh, we didn't win it this year, it'll be next year. Not realizing it is so difficult to get to the national championship. But like, because we were so used to going every year, it was just like, we'll go next year. Like, we'll have another shot. And it's like, no, it's not always like that. Like, So I think that would have to be my proudest moment.
All right. So what does a typical day look like for you?
Overseas, we did weights in the morning. And living in the south of France, I was right on the beach. So I was able to drive on the coast to practice, and it was gorgeous. I missed the views. But we would go to weights in the morning, come back. I would go to the bakery, get me a quiche, which I've actually never had a quiche until I went to France, and they're so good. Go home, take a nap, watch Netflix, go back to practice for 2 hours, and then go back home, sleep. I don't really do much, honestly.
You're a homebody, huh?
I'm a homebody.
I need to learn more about these quiches, though. That's I got my mouth watering a little
I
bit.
haven't had one either, but I doubt it's the same in the States as it is overseas. So
I doubt it. Yeah, I bet over there it's probably insane.
All right, so how do you balance?
They're freshly made every day.
Oh well, yeah,
at their bakery. Yeah, it's so good.
All right, so how do you balance family and your career?
Honestly, this year was probably one of the toughest, being in a pandemic and being so far away with everything going on. So usually my mom's pretty good at calling me after games, and my dad calls me after games, so I'm able to talk to them once a week. But still, the time zone and being 7 hour difference, it was like I would want to call them, but it's 3 a.m. over here. They would always call me at 4 o'clock in the morning saying, "Why are you grumpy?" I'm like, "It's 4 o'clock in the morning and you're calling me." So I ended up turning off my phone in the middle of the night because they would actually always try to call me, because my mom would just drive and just like, I want to call my daughter, not knowing the time, always forgetting the time difference. So yeah, it was a struggle, but we survived.
All right, so what is the one thing that volleyball has taught you that you can use in everyday life?
Volleyball has taught me that you got to take it one point at a time. Similar to life, you got to take things one step at a time. Don't look too far ahead, and don't worry about things that happened in the past.
Ooh.
The only thing you can control is right there and right then and right there. So
I love that one. That's a good life lesson.
Yeah. So you may not know this. You don't know this. You and I were almost alumni. I ended up graduating from UTA in Arlington, but I got accepted into UT Austin. And I was all looking forward to going, and my mom was like, "Well, that's like 3-4 hours away. If something happened to you, I can't make it out there." So I ended up going to UTA. With that said, it's not about me, it's about you again. Why should I, if I had a daughter, why should I send her to UT Austin to play volleyball?
The culture that they have at UT is really special, and the dynamic with the coaches. Like, the coaches honestly all get along and are like their families are close. And when I went to Texas, that's what I was looking for, is a home away from home, like a family dynamic culture. And that's what Jarrett, Eric, and Tanya have built. And they spread that with the girls. They make sure that we're a family unit throughout the team. And yeah, we might bicker like siblings do. We're gonna come together and we're gonna be united. And the structures and the buildings and like all the extra stuff that they have there is top notch. The food, we got good food. Like, you can tell your daughter we got good food. Like, trust me, if I could go back, I would. I loved my time at Texas.
All right, so this is probably the question that a lot of people wanted me to ask you. So
here we go. Yeah. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen.
So do you have a boo?
I do not.
Okay.
Non-existent.
So I got a follow-up question. What athlete would you want to slide in your DMs?
Wow.
Hey, we get in your business. We family now. We're family now.
Who's your man crush?
I'm trying to think of all the athletes I follow on Instagram.
What about a Jamal Murray, basketball guy? Oh, you don't follow basketball that much. Let's think.
I do follow basketball.
Oh, that's right. You said LeBron.
Okay.
You follow LeBron's team.
I do, yes. If I would say Jason Tatum from the Celtics.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Well, he's about what, 6'7", 6'8"?
So let me ask you this question, Micaya. We have a young lady that does our show with us Wednesday nights at 8:00 p.m. streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, just in case y'all wonder. She's a rather tall. I think she's probably 5'11". What did you say? She's about 5'11", 5'10". No, 5'11", 6 feet. And she has a rule where she will not date a shorter guy. So
if you're 6'2", she's not going to date you. What is
your take on you being 6'1" and dating a guy that could potentially you put on heels and you looking down at him?
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like I personally couldn't do it. It's just that awkwardness. Okay, if I'm wearing heels and we're the same, or he's 6'2", 6'3", and then I put on heels and I'm okay. But if I'm naturally, like if I'm going out wearing heels and like, okay, then he's a little shorter. All right, like I'll take it. I wouldn't want to, but I'll take it. But if I'm standing flat-footed on the ground and I have to pick you, or I have to come down to you, no.
If you can say pick him up.
She said she doesn't have to pick him up. Hey, that was classic.
Yeah, we gotta definitely.
All right, let me get serious here for a second. Now, RC Canes, this is a powerhouse team, right? You didn't just go into the league. You went into the league at one of the best teams in the league, and then you are a starter for this team. Tell us how difficult is that feat? How difficult was that for you to get that opportunity?
Yeah, it was really challenging because the culture is just so different, and so. Of course, I have all these anxieties and fears of like I'm so used to playing all the time, and then going to France and maybe not having that same opportunity. But it was a grind, and I just put my head down and was like, Coach, whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. And yeah, but it was worth it.
Now, did your coach speak French, or did he speak English, or she?
He spoke 3 different languages, so Italian, French, and English, and he kind of just always mixed it up depending on if he was angry. I was just looking at him. Sometimes he'd be going off. I'm like, glad I can't understand you right now. Like, oh, you're talking to me.
Now we got you close up on the screen, but one of the things I checked out is you have a awesome sleeve. Now, can you tell us about your tattoo game? The sleeve is phenomenal. And then you got that perfect skin complexion to where it pops. You can see that thing from a mile away. So is it something special with that sleeve? Anything? Is it commemorating? Is it representing something? Tell us about that artwork.
So I got this done in Austin. It's Nefertiti, and I am working on doing a full-on sleeve, and my goal is kind of like women empowerment, like beauty, flowers, just kind of that type of vibe. So yeah, I think that was my inspiration, but
did it hurt?
Like super meaningful. No, I fell asleep.
You're a tough one. She's a tough one. All right, now if you
hold up, B-John. Wait. That didn't hurt?
Kevin, just because you cried when you got your initials put on your shoulder.
No. I have a sleeve too. So yeah.
Just because you passed out. Just because you passed out in tears.
I'm gonna tell you why I didn't pass out. Because in the room when I was getting it, it was some young ladies in there. They were getting their belly buttons pierced. So I couldn't cry about
you had to act up. Yeah.
Now, Micaya, if you look behind me, you could kind of somewhat see the silhouette of some sneakers, right? I'm a real big sneakerhead. Yeah. It's a passion of mine. And KT brought it to my attention that we got some pics of you rocking some Jordan 1. So are you a sneakerhead, or is it just so happened you thought that was just a fashionable pair of sneakers and you were like, hey, I want to try them?
No, I'm not a sneakerhead. I am trying to step my sneaker game up.
All right, we're gonna do it together.
Yeah, it's like I always wanted to, but I'm always like, like I don't really need them. And then now, we're just gonna spend the money. We're gonna do it. We're building our shoe game. We're building.
Oh, look, he's showing off. He's showing off, Micaya. He's showing off.
I gotta Kevin, step mine up.
So, Kevin, what was her walkout music? Because it's that time, man. You know what time it is.
Nicki Minaj.
All right, so Micaya, we play a game. Have you ever played the game Would You Rather?
Yes.
All right, so with Would You Rather, it is a game that we play, except we call it the championship rounds. It's where you are just walking out to your Nicki Minaj theme song, and Kevin and I are going against each other, but you will be the contestant, all right? We're going to give you two options. I'll give you an option, and Kev will give you an option, all right? You pick one, and whoever you pick gets the point. First person to 2 wins the game. Right now, I think Kevin is up on me 5-4. So we are in a highly contested battle, and we take this very, very, very serious. No pressure. All right. So Kev, since you are the champion right now, I will turn it over to you for the first option, sir. Welcome to championship rounds, Micaya.
Okay, so before we start, B-John, can you say that again? I'm the what?
You the champion right now. You the champ. Feel good because I'm gonna win this one. I feel really confident that Micaya's gonna go my way this game. So
all right, so
vote while you can.
All right, so would you rather play once in the Olympics or
coach the Olympic team for the rest of your career?
Play once in the Olympics.
Micaya, this is not going the way I thought this was gonna go.
I honestly don't think I would be a good coach, so I would just like to play and just peace out.
Bad research right there, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. So would you rather get hit in the face trying to make a play and make it on the not top 10 of Sports Center, or
would you rather trip and fall in a nationally televised game trying to make a dig, so you never make it to the dig?
I think trip and fall.
Boom.
I would have to say trip and fall.
Frisco, stand up. We in here. All right, McCann. Well, you kind of put a lot of pressure on yourself because this is the last and final question, and I'm sweating. I know KT over there probably got a wet spot in his seat. All right.
Hold up, dude.
Here we go. Would you rather fast forward 5 years and see where you are, or
you know you took my question, right? Would you rather go back in time 5 years and know what you know now?
I would rather go back.
See, that's what you get for messing.
Yeah, I know. Technically, that's a win for me. That was my question. I read it wrong. That's a draw.
No. Reading is fundamental. I'm up 6-4 because you messed up.
No, that should be a draw.
No,
all right, Micaya. Well, the name of the show is You Got Next. So tell us what's up next for you.
What's up next for me is I do not know yet. We're still working out some things with my agent. But right now, just staying home, trying to stay healthy, train, and hang out with my friends. That's what I got next.
You know, it was funny watching that video of you when you got locked out your apartment. Oh my goodness, I died laughing. I bet you was like, I'm over here trying to throw you around this little dorm room, my man. I just got finished. Had you been on the sauce the previous night for the 24th birthday? Did y'all have vivations or was it?
We did have a little birthday celebration, so it was a mess and I wasn't thinking straight, and it actually happens a lot. I am so clumsy and forgetful. I think, like,
that
honestly,
was hilarious.
It's pretty bad. I'm an airhead sometimes.
You had to break into your own home. I mean, I had to die laughing for about 3-4 minutes on that one. Well, Micaya White, we appreciate you stopping by the show. Just in case y'all don't notice, Micaya was actually featured on one of our episodes as our local athlete of the week. And we just know that there's big and bright things in her future. Micaya White, you got next. SLT Nation, we appreciate y'all coming by and rocking with us one more again. We promised y'all great content. We promised y'all great people. And this, as like any other story, was a phenomenal one. And I can't wait to see it play out as time goes on. I mentioned it early in the show. Kevin and I, we perform as part of a group known as Sports Life Talk. You can come check us out Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. We stream for about an hour and 10 minutes. And we talk about everything from life, love, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And then, of course, please don't forget to follow us, like and subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's keep this movement going. Let's keep it rocking. All right, so we appreciate y'all. Y'all stay safe. Y'all take care of one another, and we love y'all. We'll see y'all next time. Yeet.
Lil' baby say I'm fly, she see me. I know I got a John in the drip, but I double cause I'm tired of the vibe, she clingy. And I don't play around with the wrist, when I get it, you already know the vibe, it's VVs. I swear I feel alive when I'm in them in the yo into the AM, making vibes on repeat. And I ain't gotta lie, you see these. She said she wanna vibe, she need 3. Each one for my boys, my teamies. Swimming through the riches with my squad, believe me. Iced out Audemars, Philippe's. Big dog since a gin, know I'm 8. Cook and let them know I'm different raw with the apron. Do this for my sons, I know it's mine for the taking. Lil' baby look like she the type that be playing. Slide and I skate this. She done me probably thinking who this. Yeah, money now it's funny how I see the mood switch. But boy, lame girl, funny how the two mix. So I got them uptight, now they got the loose lips. Want the doors with a suicide on them. If I'm winning, gotta put my slimes on it. I ain't buying in the Gucci or Prada. That she my man and it's proof of her solid. Dripped and finesse like Kyrie. Young man with his own brand, I designed it. Whole gang got a wrist sprain cause I iced it. No name in my domain, I'm the nicest. Game, know I used to dream of the diamond. 2 bad things I'm in between like a hyphen. When I pull up to the scene.